You might know Darkside Phil or DSP from clips like this.
I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything! Are you kidding me?
But what you didn't know is DSP actually was the highest placing American in the 2005 Evolution Fighting Game Championships in Street Fighter 2, placing 4th. In this video, we're going to be reviewing some footage of DSP playing Street Fighter 6, and I'll treat it like I was coaching a client, reviewing the strengths and weaknesses and what they can improve upon. I want to start with the clip that got me the idea for this video. So streamers will say things, it's not just DSP, a bunch of streamers will say things, and it's kind of hard to like check the validity of it, right? So this is a clip of DSP fighting Jamie, he's the Blanka.
I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything! Are you kidding me? I did absolutely nothing, man.
Yeah, so apparently he did absolutely nothing and he got hit, right? So let's talk about the situation right here. When any character does a drive rush into a button, they're typically plus. So Jamie's actually +1 here. So if Jamie checks with a quick normal, which Jamie did here, it'll counter hit anything that the opposing player does. And as you can see here, it says counter hit, which means that he most likely pressed a button. And if you look down in the comments below, the post-mortem analysis shows that DSP actually did hit a crouching light kick, right? This happens to everyone. People get accidental inputs. It's not just him. And sometimes like you can accidentally hit, you can like fat finger a button. It's happened to me. This game interprets inputs differently than other Street Fighters in the past. And if you're not used to that, you can sometimes get an accidental input. My recommendation for, someone that has this situation, do exactly what this guy did. Go look at the replays and check your inputs to see what is actually happening. Because if you know what's happening, then you can stop it from happening next time.
Why the fuck would I fucking do something? This is fucking bullshit.
The other advice I could give here is DSP queued up for rank like immediately after. If you get heated on something, take a quick walk, take a quick breather. This isn't the mindset you want to go into play in their match. So DSP is the Marisa player, and Marisa's actually in a pretty good spot here. He has Guile burnt out, and you have almost full drive gauge. So what I would be looking to do is be pretty aggressive. You could throw out a couple DIs too. DI is going to eat anything, and Guile can't really counter because he's burned out, right? Nice. Oh, that good idea on the DI. Didn't react fast enough on the jump.
Block it all. Why?
Wait, why are you getting hit?
Dude, I'm done. This is unbelievable.
All right. So let's break this down. So it was going pretty well, and then I think when this DI whiffed, the DI wasn't a bad idea because again, Guile's burnt out. He can't really counter outside of like a psychic jump. So all right, he guessed right. You thought he was gonna poke back, sure. All right, so now you're back consistent. You could match DI again. It's okay. You jumped in. You could be a little faster on the reaction here because he tried to trade with a fierce, so you could do like a jab or something. But I recognize it's like heat of the moment. You don't expect him to jump, so can't be a little tricky to react to. But here's where things go downhill, right? Like mashing on wake up in this game is like one of the worst options you can choose. And like it's Guile, he's already in burnout. Like you don't really have really a threat. You can just block it out, and then you still have the life lead against him.
Can't block it all. Why?
And then, okay, so after that happened, like the Guile messed up his combo. But right here, like this was like you could have cleanly anti-aired. So you could have done like a 2H. You could have done Marisa's counter. You had a few different options here. And then you got hit. And I think you just kind of got tilted after this and went downhill. I will say one positive is like you recognize the situation here and you did burn out like that. That's really good. That would catch a lot of people even at high levels, and the Guile just had a good read, but you just got to rebound from that quicker. All right, so I picked this replay pretty much at random, and we're gonna go through this whole replay and kind of break it down. So this is DSP playing Blanka versus Entrepreneur as a Ryu player. Keep in mind this is Platinum 3, Platinum 4, so this is like already better than like 90% plus of you guys in the comments. Do have to give credit to DSP for getting this high. All right, that was a good jump. So if you're leading off round start, you want to do something like a little bit more less aggressive, right? Because there's a lot of risk with what you just did here, right? Because like jump could have been anti-aired, and then this hop is pretty slow. I think the hop generally you don't want to like throw in pressure unless like they're looking for like so many other things like Blanka ball, right? So probably what I would have done there was like check with like a crouch medium kick in the lightning or go in the Blanka ball.
What the fuck?
And I don't know why you got hit. It looks like you got counter hit, so let's actually take a look. Oh, so he did crouch lay into crouch sweep. Very weird thing to do. Probably not what you wanted. And if that is what you wanted, you should probably sequence a little bit better just to keep yourself safe against DI. But you're also like doing a sweep that close isn't worth it.
Oh my god.
All right, that was a good reversal. He dropped this combo. Good recognition on that. Very aggressive. Nice. I was gonna say, like, your Blanka. Blanka's strongest tool neutral is just playing lame and throwing out those Blanka balls. Make sure this guy can actually deal with Blanka ball. Okay, so that should have been anti-aired, and doing this reversal move after an anti-air is really risky because if they go for a shimmy, which is probably what this guy was doing, then you just get full punished. Again, this guy missed the punish, but in general, I would not recommend ever drive reversing or jumping. Wait.
What the fuck? No!
Oh, I know what happened. So he meant to drive reversal jumping. Again, another reason why you don't want to drive reversal jump-ins, because you might get an accidental drive impact like you did right here. And it's like, it's so easy to stop when you just drive impact this guy literally had a second to react to this drive impact.
What the fuck? He was committed to a hit string and he still got the fucking cancel drive impact.
Yeah, that's how
insane.
That's how the game works, right? So as long as you hit the DI with something cancelable, you can always cancel it back, and it actually makes it way easier. So most things that people are going to do at close range are cancelable. That's why like DI at close range is a terrible option. Nice. See, again, use the Blanka ball. Blanka ball is so cheap. Yeah, there you go. That's the combo you want. Not sure about that conversion. I would not recommend doing that because you kind of just put yourself into the corner, right? I don't know if this Ryu is going to anti-air, but like a top level Ryu would anti-air this, and now you're in the corner, and you never want to be in the corner in this game. Yeah, so he anti-airs you because like you put yourself in the corner. Like this drive reversal habit is killing you. Drive reversal is decent. So like here would have been a really good place to use drive reversal, right? He spends 3 bars, you only spend 2 bar. Although when your bar is this low, you don't want to be drive reversing because you're just gonna put yourself in the burnout.
I did low light kick. His standing medium punch, just throwing it out there, beats low light kick. It's bullshit. See what I mean? He plays the same as Ken, plays the same as Jury, plays the same as Jamie, plays the same as fucking Chun-Li, plays the same as Cammy. They all play the same. They're all the same character.
Okay,
yeah,
okay, so let's break that down. That was a lot to take in. The thing is, seeing like the 6 or 7 characters all play similar, yeah, I think that's fair because strike throw in this game is pretty potent, and every character by instant dash cancel, I assume he means drive rush. Drive rush is a very strong mechanic in this game. However, Blanka can also take advantage of this, right? Yeah, because like I hear this like complaint a lot is that drive rush is like hard to react to and overheads are hard to react to, and I think that's all fair criticism of the game, but however, like this is the game we play. We have to deal with it, right? Like this is obviously really strong. If I try to like react to this, like I just get counter hit. So this is tough. But of course this costs like a bunch of drive meter and you can play around that. The other thing is like Blanka can do the same exact thing, right? You can do the same exact thing with Blanka, and I'm actually really surprised you kept going for like regular dash because in general like drive rush into like a move is in general just really strong in this game. So Blanka can do the same thing that Ryu can, right? And probably actually a little bit better. This move is really good. +6 on block, which means you can go for like a throw after into whatever, you get a full combo on hit. So this hits from like more than round start range. Right, so you get a combo from that too. So I think you should also be doing the stuff that you're complaining about because like it is really strong and that's why you're complaining, but like you can do it too. And then you can kind of like give them a taste of your own medicine, so to speak.
Half the time I'm trying to block on reaction, like in the first game, he dash cancel overheaded and I just blocked high and hit me anyway. And I'm like, I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, okay, so a couple thoughts about that, right? Drive rush mix-up is really strong. But the thing is, like, in certain situations, like what happened in the game, that drive rush wasn't guaranteed. If they do, like, drive rush after a throw, for example, and even if I'm just gonna set the dummy to block, right? So you see how the dummy's blocking? Now I'm gonna do my EX up ball, and you see how they get hit? So in certain situations, there's not actually a mix-up. You're just kind of getting gimmicked. Try to like react to the certain situations where they do like a late drive rush with a reversal. The other thing I'd recommend is if they are going to do a drive rush overhead, don't react with a high block, react with a parry. Because if you can react with parry, you're in a much better situation and you might get a perfect parry, which can totally change the tide. So I'm gonna try to react to this. But yeah, if that happens, then you back throw them in the corner. And that way you also don't have to guess high low because parry beats highs and lows. So more reversals and more parry.
Wow, I didn't know that would punish it.
Yeah, that was just a really good reaction. You got... He could have like almost died from that. And yeah, you have to convert that. Again, I think that's something that's like really hard with multiple characters, but you just gotta practice those combos.
God.
Just be patient. This guy's jumping a lot. Just try to react to this shit. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, that was very good. Good mix. Now, guess for game. Oh, anti-air, no! Nice. All right, you got this.
Yes!
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty interesting strat. I'm not sure if the DSP did this on purpose, but drive reversing here is actually a pretty good strategy because Ken can't really punish this because he's in burnout. Burnout adds additional block stun, so this becomes safe. All right, so let's see where things go south. That's good. I like you representing these different options. I think it's really important for Marisa not to get scared of DI and represent these options. And you can always like mix up between the different Superman punches to bait the DI, but he hasn't shown DI once yet. So you're good. Just keep cooking with that. That's a good reversal. You have to anti-air those. Okay, that's fine. You get a mix. Yep. Command grab again. That's looking good. All right, this is looking good. How did you lose this? So one thing all right, so a couple things here. One thing I'd recommend, so after you get this set up, just drive rush in. You get a drive rush mix up. If he commits the DP, he's burnt out. So just drive rush in and you get a free mix up. But instead, like doing this is like, okay, your turn's over. You just let him get out for free. So you gotta take more advantage of your knockdowns. Yeah, that's a better drive reversal after those drive rushes. Nice, nice. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Super. No.
Random super and it worked. Oh my God.
That one's on you, bro. Yikes. That one's on you. That's fine. Okay, you have the meter. Yeah, you have the meter advantage. You could have killed. It can be really tempting. Like you think he's gonna block, but like you don't have to go for that grab. You could just done like target combo super dead.
This guy's not doing anything impressive whatsoever at all. He's just standing mid-range, mash kick, mash puck punch, dash cancel, mash dragon punch through everything. It beats everything. He didn't even outplay me. It's just the character's so much better. The character is absolutely ridiculous compared to everyone else in the game. Everything's a free option. Everything's safe.
All right, let's break this down. Let's break this down. Okay, so Ken is a really strong character. I agree. I think Ken is arguably a contender for top 1, but there's a lot of opportunities you can capitalize on to make it more fair. So let's just take this one round, for example. Look at some stuff you could do, right? So after this drive reversal, you don't really get Kudoki, right? So you can just kind of like walk up, or you can like do like a drive rush and then block. And if you do that and he DPs, that DP is so bad in terms of risk reward because like your mix-up's not even good there. He just loses like 70%. So that's like the first thing that's punishable. Mash Dragon. This doesn't work.
I'm trying everything to get through mid-range fireball. Nothing seems to work.
Bro, you don't have to get... There's very little threat of a fireball when it's meaty, right? Like they should just be running up and getting a mix up on you, but instead of throwing fireball, you should be like, oh, thank you for just throwing a fireball at me. Now I get a free turn. I'm basically back to neutral. I'm safe. Parry right here, and then you're basically back at neutral, and then you can keep... You're playing neutral pretty well. You just play the game you're good at, but instead you kind of throw it away and you just die. All right, that you can anti-air that, right? So that was punishable. If you just block there, that Jinrai kick right here, there's no like reason to really mash after a couple jabs. Like the mix-up is strike, throw, shimmy, right? He did strike, you guessed right. So like you just chill. He has to try to get out of the corner, which, you know, just be ready to anti-air. But instead you like hit a button here and he went into quick Jinrai. If he did just Jinrai and you blocked, you actually punish him. So that's a guaranteed punish because he did the late Jinrai. You just jab after. Now that was a good Gladius. Yeah. Again, anti-air. That's like you can blow him up for that. And then that was that. This isn't Ken being ridiculous. This is just like you doing a bad DI. Oh yeah, this is a clip of me donating to DSP. This is what he said.
Thank you to Diaphone for a $10 super chat. It says, Diaphone, you don't have to ask permission to do anything. Content that's on the internet is free to do with as you please. If you wanted to do any montage of my content and talk about the matches, you could do that. You don't even have to ask me for permission. I appreciate the super chat and I appreciate you asking me. You don't have to. That's, you know, it's fair game, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good response. Like I want to ask out of respect. I know I can just like steal clips off the internet. It's like content creator etiquette, you know? Okay, anyways, so let's summarize. So when I coach, I give people like a summary like this, right? So we'll call this DSP. So summary. What do you guys think DSP did well? Like, you had pretty good patience. I think in general, like, you're pretty patient, and like you force them to approach a lot of times, right? Which is really good, and it's kind of like a hallmark of an OG player. So I thought that was really good. Like, you didn't really throw out like too much unsafe stuff. And the other thing is, like, you rotate your options in neutral pretty well. I don't think they were the best options sometimes, but like, you were predictable. Not even a lot of like high level players did this, but drive reversal on drive rush equals very good. Like, you had very good timings for that, and that was really nice to see. Light hit confirms, good as well. Yeah, generally, like, you're confirming off a couple jabs. That's really good, and that's not something like typical people at Platinum will do. So what to improve upon? I think the big thing is like execution errors. Figure out why they are happening. Let's say you drop a combo, go into training and practice combo before next match. The second thing is stop drive reversaling jump-ins. This killed you for a couple reasons, right? One, it wasted your drive meter, but two, like, you could have got punished a million times. You just played people that didn't know how to punish it, right? Third thing is like just combo consistency. If you're playing like multiple characters, that can be kind of tough, so I'll give you some credit for that. But in general, like, if you want to like really reach the next echelon of these characters, like, you have to have these combos down a lot better, right? Oh yes, anti-airs. Yeah, that's a good one. This probably goes like with stop reversing jump-ins, but like, anti-airs need to be more consistent. Like, you're playing really patient, which is good, and then they're jumping, which is also good, but you just need to like convert that patient gameplay that you're good at to anti-airs, right? First, drive rush. Some setups are fake. Try DP. But you can also like parry equals good versus drive rush, right? Because if they're doing high-low, like, you don't have to guess, right? Like, even though they could throw you, parry against drive rush is still really strong, and you can get a potential perfect parry and swing it in your favor. The last thing I'd say is do more raw drive rush in neutral. I think drive rush in neutral is just so strong. Your opponents are abusing against you, so you need to abuse against your opponents. The last thing is just mindset, right? So I think it's okay to be tilted. Everyone gets tilted, everyone can get angry, but it's important to like bounce back from that really well. There's a lot of improvement on mindset that I think would go a long way. Even just like a gradual shift to like recognizing when you're tilted and like taking a quick break, or like grabbing a water, or like just something that you know will focus you for the next match. I think can go a long way. But yeah, I say in general, like, you're platinum, right? So platinum is like already good. So like, you don't be too hard on yourself. Like, platinum is pretty impressive. That's better than like 95% of the people that play this game. You're already doing well. Obviously, you have those OG fundamentals. Just like, yeah, clean up some of the stuff. Maybe like try to stick to just a couple characters. I think you definitely have the potential to get good. Just gotta work on some of the stuff. So anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of this. I thought this was pretty interesting. Think of this as like a case study. I mean, realistically, like, I kind of wanted to clickbait you guys, because I don't know if these people actually watch this, but I think this would be really helpful for a lot of people that play this game, kind of seeing what a coaching session would look like, and take some of these tips and implement it to your gameplay, right? And if you got clickbaited because you thought you're going to see a bunch of DSP rage and you thought it was going to be trash, hopefully you learned something about Street Fighter. It's a really cool game. It's really fun to play. And like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let me down in the comments below if you want to see more content similar to this, or any other spin you have on this. And thanks for watching. Peace.